Gabe Rosado continues to cook the Haneys. Man, he got a lot to say. I might have to break this down into multiple videos because he really is cooking. He really is cooking. And he's going over so many different like ideas where I probably have to break it down. But I'm gonna give you guys some of what he had to say. He's going in on the Haneys. Roll the clip.
So I think he was really trying to legit plead a case. Like he's being a sore loser. Part of being a real.
How in the right mind do you think you're gonna win that? Though?
I have no idea. Because I ain't built like that, so I couldn't even tell you. You know what I mean? But what he did do is he took him to court. He lost the lawsuit because the judge is like, this is a combat sport. Right. You can't sue for battery. Right. You know what I mean? So, but then now you on his undercard. How you on his undercard? You played yourself crazy. You lose the lawsuit and then you're on his undercard. How the hell that makes sense, dog? You feel me? Like, yo, that just shows me how much of a thirsty ass motherfucker you really are because you just want to get a bag now. Like, I just get the bag. I'm gonna just get the bag. I'm just keeping it a buck, bro. Because look, if these dudes want to act like divas, let me tell you something. I'm really from the streets, bro. And part of what made me the fighter that I am. And I don't give a what they say about my record, bro. Yeah. But part of what made me the fighter that I am, bro, was where I come from. You got to have a skill of reading people because you on survival mode. Right. Everybody's out to get everybody. So you got to learn how to read people, bro, is like a skill. So when these dudes be popping off, I'll be reading them like,
you know already,
dude, you talking crazy. You say all that, but then you on his undercard. So everything you said goes right out the window. Right. What you standing on? What you really standing on if you in a man's undercard?
But again, I
this is probably a little too. This is probably a little too. This is probably a little too much for him to understand. But it's real talk.
It's not. Trust me, you said it perfectly, man.
But it's real shit.
And you sending a message out there to all the young, prospects and future world champions. That that's how we did it back then.
Don't get me
wrong.
Unfortunately,
nowadays they sell differently. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get me wrong. One thing I always see when I'm watching these young upcoming fighters is their mannerisms. And there's some killers out there. There's some real killers out there where it's like, yeah.
And are they getting the opportunity? Are they getting not many of them?
I think
because.
Wow. Now you notice Gabe Rosado is saying exactly what Boxing Ego had to say. Yeah. Listen, I love my job because I put out my content. People are going to love it, hate it. I don't care. The pay's still the same. But you got to admit that in the end, you start having fighters, trainers, former fighters, champions, respected guys in boxing, and they all say what Boxing Ego told you from the jump. So I feel good. I really, truly feel good in this equation. How is Devin on the undercard to Ryan Garcia? Like, see, in Bill Haney, he's probably like one of the main culprits of this. He tries to play both sides of the fence, right? Like, 1 minute, Bill Haney and the Haneys are putting out Ryan Garcia is not La Raza shirts. Mexicans for Devin Haney. So you are trying to effectively capture the Latino vote. Get Mexicans and Hispanics on your side, right? This was before the Ryan Garcia fight. You told Mexican fans and the world of boxing, but particularly Mexicans and Latinos, they need to jump on the Devin Haney train, and Ryan wasn't representing right. That's basically what you're saying. When Ryan mollywops and scrapes Devin Haney, now Bill Haney is singing a different tune. He's like, we can't get a fair shake. The DAZN host is corrupt. They're booing us because of you. Mexican fans, they only have to fight. I've already talked about some of this stuff. Mexican fans, fighters, they only have to fight. But black people, they have to earn it out the mud. No, bro. You can't say what you said, and then when it don't work, now you try to pivot to something else, right? You try to sue for battery, and then Turkey made you Like, hey, I'll give you a bag if you rematch Ryan, but you got to drop the lawsuit. And then if you really are standing on morals, standing on business, you're going to be like, hey, I want to fight Ryan again, but this lawsuit sticks. Why would Turkey be able to come in the way of you standing for what you believed in? And the Haneyacks are some of the fakest in all of boxing. Because when Devin dropped this lawsuit, you have content creators and Haneyacks, Haneycack content creators and fans that told me, the dawn of all things, that Devin was standing on business and he was going to set precedents to make fighters repent and pay when they cheat. Right? So they painted Devin as this like martyr who was really willing to take down the cheater ship by making an example out of Ryan Garcia. But then your lawsuit has to get dismissed to get the fight. You're fighting on this undercard. So you didn't really stand for that. You didn't really stand for what the people said you stand for, right? Because you would follow through. If your goal is like, I gotta make people pay for cheating, then you got to see that through if that was your real standpoint. But like Gabe Rosado saying, like I said, clearly there were other intentions there. Like, for example, if you have an animal rights activist, right? They don't eat meat. They love animals since they were children. They're part of PETA, you know what I mean? These types of things. You're not going to be able to cash them out and then they like, oh yeah, we eat meat. Oh yeah, we don't care about animal rights anymore. You're not going to be able to just like turn them. This is what they, deep down inside, this is what they believe in. So they're not going to be cool with fur coats and mink coats because you gave them some money. So this is what Gabe Rosado was saying. He's like, I'm from the streets for real, and learning to read people becomes a skill because it's pertinent to your survival. And I'm reading these dudes. Why is he on the undercard? Same thing I said. If you were really pressed about Ryan's racist, he's a cheater, he wronged me, then why are you taking the bag and fighting under his undercard? Like, Turkey put you in a bad position. He put you in a position to make money, but you almost have to sell out your brand to do it because you got to fight on this man's undercard. Imagine Boxing Ego getting cheated or wronged by somebody, and then my very next move is to do business with them and, you know, come in beneath them, make less money, be on their undercard, but they wronged me. They were racist. They treated me bad. Like, it doesn't make sense. And the Haneyacks, they'll be like, oh, but Gabe has 17 losses. That still don't have nothing to do with what the man's saying. They'll be like, oh, Ego, shut up, you're a clown. Still don't have nothing to do with what we saying. So I want you guys to hear me and hear me clearly. The Haneyacks, notice they don't have anything to offer. They don't have any retort or any rebuttal. It's just name calling. It's just like, oh, Gabe, you're a bum. You lost in the Creed movie. Like, nonsensical stuff. So Gabe Rosado was cooking, in my opinion. Let me know how Devin is on Ryan's undercard if Ryan is the Antichrist, racist, and cheated you with Osterine.